What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel.
Tones Adventure. Tones Adventure. Adventures. Tones Adventure. Tones Adventure. Tones Adventures.
Alright, in today's video, I took my scooter over here to the Hellier Park Frisbee golf course. And I'm here to show you guys how I make my music for YouTube. And after I show you guys how I make my music for my YouTube channel, it's going to segue into a rant. Yes, I don't know if I've ever done a rant on YouTube, but this is probably my first one. And it's targeted towards YouTube and fake music artists. I will explain why after the tutorial. Alright, before I get into this tutorial, I need to explain what Apple Loops are, because that is pretty much the basis of my music that I create. So, over here, I'm just going to read you a quick definition. Apple Loops are pre-recorded musical phrases or riffs that you can use to easily add drum beats, rhythm parts, and other sounds to a project. These loops contain musical patterns that can be repeated over and over and can be extended to fill any amount of time. Okay, I'm going to read you something from Apple themselves regarding the legality of Apple Loops. So basically, the Apple software may contain sample content including, but not limited to, artwork, audio files, audio loops. And in audio loops, we're talking about Apple Loops. This sample content is proprietary to Apple and or its licensors and is protected by applicable intellectual property and other laws, including but not limited to copyright. Except as otherwise provided, all sample content included in the Apple software may be used on a royalty-free basis to create your own original soundtrack for your film, video, and audio projects. You may broadcast and or distribute your own soundtracks that were created using the sample content, and in this case, Apple Loops. However, individual sample content assets may not be commercially or otherwise distributed on a standalone basis. What that means is you cannot sell the Apple Loops by themselves. They have to be in a project with other samples or other work that you're creating. You can't sell the Apple Loops by themselves. That's where you have legal issues. So that's about it regarding the legalities of Apple Loops. So now let's begin the tutorial. This is going to be very quick. I'm not trying to make this really into a technical tutorial. It's just to give you guys an idea of how I make my music for my channel. So I'm going to go into my DAW, which stands for DAW, Digital Audio Workstation, which pretty much is a fancy name for a music editor. So I use Logic Pro. You can use GarageBand on your Mac or your iOS device, and it's free. So I'm in Logic Pro now. Let's start a new project. We're going to start off with the audio track. Let's make some room here and turn that off, and let's open our loops. So all right here are your Apple Loops, and these are royalty free. You might hear me say that they're copyright free, and that's a mistake. These are actually royalty free. So let's put a beat. So what I did was just drag that loop there, and let's expand this a little bit so we can see the bars. So it's a 4-bar loop. So just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to stretch it to 8 bars. Okay, so let's see what that sounds like. We're approaching the end of the loop right here, and it starts another loop. So I'm going to repeat this. Let's put the playhead back to 0, and let's find a melody to put in. A lot of beats in here. Let's put a piano. That sounds nice. Okay, let's turn this off. So right now, this piano loop, it's only four bars. So we're gonna extend it to 8 bars. So let's see what that sounds like with the beat. Not bad, right? All right, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is your original composition using royalty-free Apple loops, and it's just that easy. At this point, all you have to do is save it and bounce the project. And what bouncing is basically taking your project and converting it to an MP3 file format so that you could use in your movie projects. But like I said, these are all Apple loops, and you just made your own composition right there. And that's about it. Okay, so as I explained, Apple loops are royalty-free loops that you can use in your music editor. They're royalty-free. And some artists like to use Apple loops in the entirety of their whole song or track. There's no originality in that. But, you know, people do it. People use these Apple loops entirely for their music tracks. I use it solely for my YouTube videos, just for the background. That's it, you know. I'm not on YouTube trying to promote my music. I'm just trying to promote my videos, the content. The music is just a background. But like I said, yeah, there's a lot of artists out there that use these Apple loops, create music through these Apple loops, entirely out of these Apple loops. And no disrespect to anyone, but I just really feel like that if you're an artist making music, you should have some originality in it and not use Apple loops. But, like, you know, it's legal for them to do it, so it is what it is. So the problem there is these artists that use these Apple loops, you know, they actually have copyright claims on them. What you guys don't know is, since I've been using Apple loops, I've had many copyright claims on my videos as soon as I upload them. And 100% of the time, I dispute it, and 100% of the time, I win. The label will release their claim on it because they know Apple loops are royalty free. All right, so my video that I uploaded, I think you guys are watching this 2 weeks in advance. My last video was my scooter video in San Francisco, and there was a content claim on it, and of course I won. The label released their claim on it. Problem is, if you look at the description in that video, it has music in this video, and it says licensed to YouTube audio library. So technically, yes, I did win the battle, and if my video ever gets monetized, I'll receive all the funds that are due to me, and none of that will go to the artist. But I just feel that it shouldn't have that in the video where it says music in this video and it has the artist and their track on it, because I legally and generally created that track in my music editor. I put everything all together. It's my original work. So that kind of pisses me off, because like I said, I made that music, and no one should be credited for my music. So what I'm looking into is maybe copywriting all my music that I make, and I'm not too sure on how to do that. I've looked some stuff online. Here in the United States, we have I don't know, I think it's like copyright.gov or something, and I'm pretty sure it's going to cost money. But if any of you have any experience in placing copyrights on your work, let me know, because this is getting irritating. Yes, I've won 100% of my battles towards copyright claims, but it's annoying. Maybe sometime later I'll do a subscription, like with Epidemic Sound or something like that. but I'm not even monetized yet. I don't want to pay for something like that yet. Maybe as my channel grows, you know, after my 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, I'll start investing into services like Epidemic Sound or Storyblocks or something like that. But right now, I'm solo bolo. I make all my work. I do all the filming. I do all the editing. You know, and I'm not at that level yet where I can get monetized. But if any of you have any experience in copywriting your own work, let me know. Share that knowledge. But yeah, so that's what's going on. That's my little rant. Some of you probably know what I'm talking about. The YouTube copyright algorithm. It's ridiculous. Even it's overboard sometimes. You know, you could be at a party, a family party, watching, you know, filming your kids playing ball, whatever, and there's probably like copyright music in the background, and you get flagged, and it's ridiculous because your video is not intended to promote that little piece of music in the background. You're showing off like what your kids or family doing, so it's really irritating. But like I said, if any of you guys have any experience in copywriting your music work or whatever it may be, let me know, because I like to get that ball rolling. All right, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, if you learned something, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and bell notifications so you know when I upload videos. On to the next one. Peace.